Namaste guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm Divya and I make videos book related. So finally I have like 1000 subscribers, and thank you so much to all of you who watches my video, who have subscribed to my channel and given me this opportunity to actually get to this platform right now. I know this is like a really big deal for all the booktubers, all the even YouTubers I guess out there, because reaching 1k subscribers is really like, actually the content you make is being appreciated by you all, and it really means a lot. So I never thought that I would actually reach to this 1k subscribers being on this platform for 2018. But yes, I think my journey starts for this booktube, like real journey start from this year only, and I'm just really happy that I finally got here, and it all thanks to you and of course to my family and a bunch of really good friends that I have. They literally subscribed to my channel and actually motivated me to actually like be here on YouTube, as I was really skeptical at first to be on YouTube, as it's really not my thing being in front of a camera. I don't do that. So yeah, I'm actually really happy to have them, and they even like they were the first like 50 subscribers I guess. Like I have 7 friends and some other school friends, but they subscribe through every single family member's cell phone to me, and even now when I was this close 10 subscribers away from 1000, they did help me reach that milestone. So I'm really thankful to have them, and of course my parents and family, they have been always supportive of this. So as this is a really big moment for me, I decided to do a Q&A, question and answer video for you all, as I've actually never done this, to be a little closer to you all, my subscribers, my audience, and to get to know what you think of me or what you wanted to ask me. So without any further ado, let's head on to the first question. So the first question is by Indiareads, and she wants me to play Kiss, Marry, Kill with your favorite 3 characters. So I really don't have, as you have know by now, that I don't usually have favorite characters, but there are some guy characters, fictional boyfriends that I have. One is from Apollonia Chronicle, that is Ripple, and I don't exactly Alex. I remember the name Alex from Safe Haven, and the third one would be, I don't know. I really don't have them, but okay, let's go to, as it is a fictional character, not about only from book character, I'll go with Sky from Wings Club. So now the question is to kiss. To kiss, I will Ripple. To marry, Sky. I mean, my friends will be like hooting right now. Sky. And then kill, I don't want to kill him, but he's the only option left. So Alex from Safe Haven, I'm going to kill you. So she asked some another question like, if you were to forget how to speak or forget how to read, which you would pick? So I would actually pick, this is like a really easy question for me. I would of course pick forget how to read, cause this is something that I could learn afterwards, but learning to speak, that's something that I forgot. It would be really bad, cause I don't think that's something that you could like learn, because I think the forgot to speak here means that losing your voice. So if that's the case, I would of course like choose the other option, that is forgot to read. Now she asks another question, that is, what are your top books to get to before the year ends? This book has been on my list for last 2 years, that is Six of Crows Duology. I really want to read that book, but I still haven't started even reading that book. And some other books are also there, like The Priory of Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I started that book and actually read like 20 to 30 pages of that book, and somehow I didn't continue, but I actually loved that book. The 20 to 30 pages that I've read, actually loved, but I think I got to read some other book and forgot about that book, so I need to pick up that book again because that book is massive, 800 pages. So I need to pick up that book again. And there are many other books that I haven't read, mostly the popular books or the new releases I want to read. So yeah, the list will go on. Now another question she asked is, what is your dream job? So as it's my dream job is to be a writer. Yes, I've been writing books and short stories since I was in school. Like in 4th to 5th standard, I've actually wrote some really good pieces, but they somehow got deleted from my old laptop, and I'm actually working on a novel of my own. So I've been working on that novel for last 2 or 3 years, but I actually haven't completed that novel yet. I've written like 70 to 80 pages only right now because I am not a laptop person. I usually don't like to write on laptop, but like handwritten. But handwritten cause right now becomes a really tough job for me because being studying booktubing reading books did not give me that much time to actually write my own book, but I'm planning to actually complete that book this year only after I completed my studies for PG. And the last question that she asks is, cat or dog person? Of course dog person. I have a dog, Oreo, so a dog person. So now the next question are asked by Mimis, and she asked favorite place to read. I don't exactly have a favorite place to read. I usually read on my bed, as you have seen in my vlogs. So yeah, my bed. Do you sit any specific way when reading? I don't usually sit any specific way while reading. I usually, if I'm really feeling really lazy, I would just lie down on a bed or even on the floor while reading, or just like how I usually sit in my reading blogs. That's how I usually sit, or just lay down on floor or my bed. Now the another question she asks is, do you write in your books? Absolutely not. I hate writing in my books. Even though if you see my textbooks, they are all like, in Hindi we say chitrevi, but like messed up kind of, with actually pen. I write in my textbooks all the time while studying, but I don't actually like writing or just even a single dot of pencil or pen in my reading book. So absolutely not. That's why I don't even like do those sticky notes. I don't like that. They just distort the aesthetic feel of the whole book. So no. Now the another question she asks is, coffee, tea, or neither? Tea. I'm a tea person. I love drinking tea, but for last year I have been drinking coffee more and more, mainly because of studying at night to actually increase my waking time, so I could actually study. So it's not like I love coffee more. I found it states like really not for me, but yeah, I do drink coffee time to time, or even right now daily, but chai or tea in English is the main thing for me. Now the another question she asks is, do you like ebooks and audiobooks? I like ebooks. I don't know why, but I tend to read ebooks faster than a paperback or a physical copy. But for audiobooks, I'm trying to get into audiobooks right now. I've listened quite a few audiobooks as script for free on Storytel also, or sometimes some audiobooks are also free here and there on Google or like YouTube, but I haven't gotten into them yet. I don't know. I usually like skips something when the narration is going on, or my concentration is not there and I just don't get the feel of reading, even though it's a really good option for someone who is always working and want to read more books. But I'm not getting into audiobooks right now. Hopefully in future, as Nora from Perks of Big Nora has suggested me that I should start listening to the audiobooks of some of my favorite books, or the books I've already read, physical or ebooks, so that it will be easier for me to get into audiobooks, and then I can start from the new audiobooks. So I'll try that. Now the next question she asks is, what is a book or series that has stuck the most with you? So there are many books or series that have stuck with me, but the one is like Anun by Bhavani here. That book was a really emotional plus powerful read for me. That is like one of my favorite Indian author and Indian book. So yeah, and some of their other books I usually forgot the names again, but there are many. There are many. I mean, I'm kind of the bookworm who knows things, but I usually forget the name of the book, or like I do forget the name of the characters, of course. So yeah, you won't be getting anything from me. So this is all from her side, and now the next question is asked by Paula, and she asks favorite tropes in books plus recommendation of each. They're not very like there are not many tropes that I like in a book. So one thing that I like in a book is like fox sense. Is fox sense. That is like when the main characters, the two leads, are in a fake relationship, and then suddenly in the course of time, when they are actually like doing their fake relationship, they get into the real couple relationship. I kind of like that thing. I don't know why, but I do love that thing. And for the particular recommendation, I have exactly not tried many published books on this topic, on this trope, but I have read some, no, not some, many Wattpad books. Again, Wattpadder, Inkit. I've read quite a few books on this trope on there. So yeah, there are many books there. Like the one of the famous book that is being there, it's I think Reluctant Romance, and the one is The Billionaires. No, most of the billionaire books are like that on there. So yeah, and the another trope that I like is survival in the situations, tough situations kind of thing. I don't again know the recommendation for this topic, cause yeah, they are like mostly adventure books are like that. A Crown of Wishes is like that. Many books are like that. So yeah, and the third one is I really like is the found family. The found family trope is something that I actually love. So for this, I would recommend you again Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi. That book is like that. The main character, the main lead, found the family because of something. So yeah, I would highly recommend you to read that book. Now the next question is asked by Myra, and she asks paperbacks or hardbacks. Sadly, even though I love hardbacks, I can't afford them as they are really expensive in India. I don't know about other countries, but here they are really expensive, and even the paperbacks are expensive of the new releases, or even the releases that have been like out to us for past couple of years or even months. So yeah, hardbacks I would go for, but I need to go for paperback that I usually don't buy much. And the another question she asked is favorite type of video to film. So as my channel mainly started from book reviews, I love filming book review videos. As for now, for the past couple of months, I haven't done many book reviews right now because I actually haven't read much, or the books that I've read I didn't feel like to do book reviews for them. But I am actually loving some books right now that I would like to do book reviews, so stay tuned for that. Now the next question is asked by Kira, and she asked favorite book snack. Sadly, I don't like to read, listen to music, or do another thing while reading, so I don't exactly have a favorite snack. But yeah, I don't know if coffee or tea counts in a snack category. If that will be the answer. The another question she asked is favorite what, like sometimes I don't even understand my own writing. So the question is favorite thing to do other than reading. Okay, favorite thing to do other than reading. So I usually like my day starts as for lockdown, as I'm in the home, to do house chores and then to do some works of my dog, like they are giving him dinner and everything. Is always getting the new kind of wants every time he does something. Like he's a total mess. He likes to be adventurous and get wants all the time, so most of my time given to him, like caring for him all the time. So yeah, but if other things are asked, I of course love writing books. I do that. And some other things are like I do like watching medical videos, of course, like operation videos on the YouTube, and again, so I do that. And another thing is I'm into dancing. I'm not a professional one, but I actually wanted to learn ballet, but it was not here in the India or in my family that they wanted me to dance further. So but yeah, I do dance time to time after watching the videos on the YouTube. So that is a thing. Now baby asked, how's your book rating system? How's your book rating system? So my rating system is quite simple. As everyone I give 5-star rating systems. 1 star the lowest, like I didn't like that book at all. 2 quite liked, 3 liked, 4 good book, and 5 excellent. But if I used to give 1-star rating to a DNF book, but from now on I'm not going to rate anything for a DNF book, but I'm going to write reviews for them, because I don't think I'm doing justice to write like give rating to that book when I've only like DNF that book. I haven't read the half of the book even, or even though I've read half of the book and 1/4, so that I don't think I'm doing justice with that book by giving it 1-star rating. So I'm going to write only reviews for that. And the another question she asked is best and worst bookish tropes. So again, best tropes of foxmans and survival situations and found families, and the worst tropes are like enemies to lovers. I mean, how will that concept even work? I know many readers love that concept, but I don't like. If you are an enemy, if you hate someone to like death, but suddenly in the course of time started loving someone, like that person, not someone, you started loving that person. I found it quite like, of course not quite, but absolutely bullshit and hypothetical in many ways. So I really don't like that book. And another trope that I don't like is friendship to lovers. Again, this book is quite popular, but I don't again like this trope, because friends to lover, it's a really odd thing for me. So yeah. Now the another question is asked by Lua, and she asked what books made you cry your eyes out. There are again couple of books that made my eyes cry out. The one book that I absolutely love is Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. I absolutely love that book. Like, he is the one of the like most my go-to romance author that I have to read. So yeah, that book. And some like Anun has also some kind of poetic language and some like descriptions in there that would make you cry, and I love that book again. And yeah, there are many books that make me cry out, more like depressing books. So yeah. And again, the favorite place to read, my bad. Now another question is asked by Anja, and she asks favorite Asian book. Anun by Bhavani Iyer. And favorite childhood book, as I've said many times, in my childhood I haven't read many from English authors or foreign authors. The authors that I've read are Indian authors like Panchatantra, Vikram Betal, Akbar Birbal, Jatak Kathaएं. So these are my favorite Indian books. Fairy tales, Pariyon ki Kahani. So these are the books that I've grown up reading. So these are my favorite children books. Now another question she asks is favorite underrated film. So I really don't watch many films or TV serials. So underrated film is, I don't know exactly like what should I answer. Sorry, but I don't know. I don't know any films that are underrated or anything, because I really don't watch, especially Bollywood movies. Nowadays Bollywood movies are really something that I absolutely don't like to watch. Like, they don't have any kind of sense. The songs are always remakes, or even like remakes, like even though they are not remakes, they are literally bad songs most of the time. So I really don't like to watch them. Now the another question she asked is favorite hobby besides reading, again dancing, writing, etc. And favorite small black booktubers. Again, even in booktube I don't have anything favoritism. So I think that all the booktubers out there do justice to a channel, to something that makes them unique. So I don't have exactly small black favorite booktuber, but like, she's a great booktuber. Of course you should check out the Anja is really a great booktuber. You should check her out. There are many good Taylor Reads is there, Bookworm Chronicle. She does really good book reviews. Again, as I'm sucker for book reviews, she does a really good book reviews. And there are many more small black booktubers, even bigger black booktubers that I love. So yeah. So the another question is asked by, I think I've written the name wrong, or I really don't know, as this is my copy and mobile is there, so I'm going to pronounce the name, but if I'm wrong, here's I'll of course display it here or here somewhere on the screen. So the question is asked by Mailu. Sorry. So the question is, what advice you would give to get out of reading slump? So for me, I get reading slumps every month or even every week. After reading a book or two, I'm always lying down and like, ab nahi padna, like what should I read next? So for this, I usually go through trashy romance novels. I don't know what the thing they have. When I read trashy romance novels, I get really relieved. I feel relaxed, and the frustration that I have is completely gone. So I would highly suggest, if you want, read trashy romance novels to get out reading slumps. Now the next question is asked by Lauren. Favorite book characters? Again, I don't have any kind of favorite book characters, but yeah, in Unknown there is Devatam and other characters. They are good characters. Raphael from Avalonia Chronicle, he is good. Alex from Safe Haven is good. So yeah, these are the characters. Now some of the questions from Instagram side that are asked by Bibliophile Reviews. She asked favorite genre, fantasy, fiction or non-fiction. Fiction. She says, I love booktube videos. Which videos are you going to make next? So I've been planning to again start making more book review videos again, and the other books I'm starting to like discussion kind of videos more, because there are some discussion videos that I really want to make that are not actually out there more. Sorry for my dog barking, if you can listen, sorry for that. So these are some kind of videos that I'm going to make like coming next. Now Hazel and Books asked, what was the first book you read? Again, Indian children book, and to think the first book would be Pariyon Ki Kahani, fairy tales. Now the another question is asked by Sopas Thake, and he asks, why do you not take admission to MBPS or BAMS? Why you prefer to do BDS? So as every NEET aspirant, I also wanted to do MBBS, but I got BDS and I'm doing BDS, and I'm loving BDS, dental profession of mine. So yeah, there's nothing about preference, there's nothing about favoritism. I am actually quite liking the dental because it's more like an artwork. And the another question is asked, is your parents are doctors? So no, my parents are not doctor. My uncle is a doctor. So yeah. And why not you write doctor before your name? So this is my book channel. I don't even have my real name out there like Celebrity Reads Hush. So there's no point of actually adding doctor in front of Celebrity Reads Hush, or on Instagram also said Doctor Celebrity Reads. So yeah, but on my private channel, on my private profile, I do have doctor. So yeah. Now the further questions are from Shalu, and she asks, your favorite genre? Again, fantasy. Tell us some of your favorite books from your favorite genre. So some of my favorite books from fantasy are Spellright by Blake. I forgot his last name, but that is Spellright. Is a really good fantasy book. And then Incoradia by Sarang Mahajan, Priory of Orange Tree by Samantha Chan. Even though I've read only 20 pages, it's a really good book. Yeah, and there are many other books, fantasy books that I could recommend. I think I'll make a video of that recommendation video, some underrated fantasy books. So make sure to check out that. Now the another question is asked by Pallavi, and she asks, is your graduation over or still you are a student? I am kind of between that. My graduation is over, but I'm still in the internship phase. So I haven't gotten my degree yet, because only after my internship I can get my degree. So yeah, I'm kind of graduating and I'm kind of student right now, in between those. Another question is asked by Bookish Babe, and she asked, how do you have access to expensive book? Believe me, I don't have. My father usually don't restrict me or like stops me from buying books, but I don't like to buy much books without actually going through them, and especially the expensive books. I usually go through the prices from different sites, compare them, and actually wait for sales to happen. I don't usually buy books in a whole year. I do buy like once or twice books right now, and this time I didn't even have all of the books when I first started BookTube. I only had like 10 books. Yeah, I think I had 10 books, and those 10 books, they are mostly from my childhood also. So after this like load the box sale happened, I do started getting more books that they're like steal deal sales. So yeah, I don't buy expensive books at all. Now the another question is asked by Jyotri, and she asks, tell us about your YouTube journey. So my YouTube journey was like as everyone's, like most of the YouTubers have like ups and downs. I started my booktube channel in March 2018, but in the course of like whole 2018 and 19, I didn't put many videos out there. I think in the course of those 2 years I've only had 9 to 10 videos out there, or even less than that, because I was actually college going. I didn't have time to read more or to put more videos out, because editing also takes time. Yeah, so after this lockdown happens and after my final exams got over, I actually got some time to put more videos on, and that actually like increased, accelerated my growth on YouTube. So I would highly suggest other booktubers also to constantly put videos out there, as it does help. Now the next question is asked by the Filmy Banda, and he asks how to identify pirated books or with another storybooks. So I do think that I have some pirated books here. The God of Small Things and the Palace of Illusions, Michelle Obama's Becoming. I think those books are pirated books for me, because I bought them in the Delhi, the street areas where books are displaced. So when I saw the books, the page qualities were really poor, and the typing, not the printing was also really bad. So that's the main thing to look for. As even though like the train to Pakistan, that I got the ebook, but Manpreet and Sharvi got it from like Flipkart and Amazon, but we thought that the book was actually pirated version, because the page quality was really bad. The printing again was really bad. So these are the things that I think are the most like visible things to see in a pirated books, and that can distinguish you from an original and a pirated version. Now the next question is asked by Lipakshi, and she asked, what is the meaning of your channel name and why did you choose it? So my channel name is Celebrity Reads Hush, and I know it's a typical and confusing but unique name out there, as Chavi says. So I didn't exactly put much thought in this book. While I was choosing a name for my blog, actually bookish blog, when I first started as a book blogger, I was actually going to look for some name, and it suddenly popped like Celebrity Reads Hush. So I kind of like joined them together, and that's the name becomes Celebrity Reads Hush. It doesn't have any meaning behind it, it just popped in my mind and I did it. Now the another question and the last question asked by Manpreet is, who do you admire the most in booktube community? Again, I don't exactly have any favorite booktuber or anyone out there in the bookish community also, but there are many people that I admire right now, and everyone I admire, actually everyone, because every time everyone puts a video out there, that's actually unique video. Like, just take an example of Manpreet. Manpreet put a video out of the book recommendation on the basis of zodiac sign. That video was really good. There are always a booktuber that has their own unique way of expressing, so I don't again have any favoritism here. So okay, this was all the questions that you have asked me. I hope my answers are satisfactory. So thank you so much for 1K subscribers. I absolutely feel honored, and really, like, you just all made my day that day, and even my parents said they were so happy they finally got 1K subscribers. So really thank you for that. If you have any more questions, do comment in the comment section. I'll try to answer them in the comment section only. So goodbye to the next video.